Hi everyone, my name's Louise and this is the third video in 4 about the emotional ecology for early childhood education and care settings. So today we're going to talk about the dimensions of the environment which encompass ethics of care and synchronicity. I'm going to talk a little bit about what those things mean and how you might use the pack of information with the reflective questions to stir debate and to lead practice. I always say that there is no standard way in which you use this free resource or you use these ideas. These aren't my ideas. The only thing I've done is combine them into what we know as the emotional ecology and ask people to start thinking about some of these things and how they work for you. There is a reflective pack of information and hopefully you've been able to access some of our other videos. So, ethics of care, that was given to us by Nell Noddins. Again, not my theory. I've just got somebody else's theory and I've put it together with some other interesting ideas that I think are incredibly poignant for the marvelous, fabulous work that you do every day. And some of the contentions that you face. So ethics of care is the understanding that our values and ethics lead our behaviours, such as what we do in love roles and professionally loving roles, what we expect children to be, how we expect them to behave, how we care, when we respond. All of those things are tied up in our ethics. And the package of care that we offer children alongside their education is really driven by this human behavior, is driven by what we ethically, morally value and how that leads our behaviors. So the pack talks about some of the things. What is my value and ethical approach when a child hurts themselves? Do I scoop them up? Do I ask them if they want a hug? You know, if a child says, I love you, or can I have a hug, or can I have a kiss, or whatever, how do I respond in those situations? And how can I evidence this? So if this is what I ethically believe my approach should be, what examples have I got from my practice where ethics were really contentious, you know, where maybe a parent was talking to you about something and you were thinking, I'm not sure that I ethically or morally agree with what you're talking about, when they're talking about the nuances of their own parenting approach, how they discipline, maybe what rewards and sanctions they use. All of those things are driven by what sort of child we want our children to be and how we nurture them and the ethics that we try and instill in them. So huge, massive ideas that you're dealing with every single day. And I wonder, how do I approach that? And if I disagree, so maybe one of the practitioners that I work with is dealing with a child and I'm like, I don't really, like, that wouldn't be how I deal with it. And then we're like, oh, I feel what Carl Rogers would call incongruent. I'm not congruent with my behavior. So actually, maybe we bring in a new reward system. And I don't actually believe that that is the best way to do it. Rewards and sanctions, stickers, punishments, thought clouds, however you might, the emotion coaching, zones of regulation, whatever you're using, maybe it's not quite sitting in your realm of understanding. Where's an idea where I can think about some of those things? Yeah, anyway, so synchronicity, this is, it appreciates the rhythms and patterns in children's lives and the rhythms and patterns in our wider world as well. And this is in part influenced by Alison Clark's work on slow pedagogy. And she acknowledges that the environment that we work in is very fast paced. I'm always going somewhere. I'm always tidying up. It's always snack time. It's always small group time. Is there time to wallow? That's Tina Bruce. And dwell. And that's Alison Clark. Is there time to just watch that butterfly for 5 minutes, to lay in the grass, to think, to stare at the clouds, to observe? If a child isn't quite ready to tidy up, but somebody's already given them a 5-minute warning, can they have a little bit longer? Or do I have to rush it through? So those sorts of things. And it's not always about the pedagogy of slow, is it? Actually, sometimes our pedagogy is quite fast, and we might rush through the day and then spend longer at the end of the day relaxing or chilling out or over tea or whatever you're doing. Because slow and fast are rhythms, and how do we respond to that? And also the rhythms of nature, the seasons and all of those things, what we call rhythm analysis, the temperature, the beats of the child, the environment, and our own routine as well. And it can be massively contentious. So just something to think about. And certainly something I discovered in my study, and I thought maybe interesting to just have those reflective conversations. As always, no right or wrong. It's just about opening up a contested space in which we say, that's the theory. I wonder what that means for us. So, yeah, you as a setting, you're the superheroes, you're the ones delivering the services, you're the ones making the difference for children and families, you're the ones that decide how all of this stuff works for your setting. But keep doing your amazing work, and thanks for listening.